To keep it quite simple, you need to score runs and take wickets, and cricket is a simple sport. The more you complicate it, the more complicated it becomes. What you need to do is to win test matches, you need to take 20 wickets and at the same time score more runs than the opposition. So I don't think it's very complicated. It's just that in the series we have not put the amount of runs that's needed. We have never clicked as a batting department. And I'm quite happy with the way the bowlers have performed, because in the first two games it was quite tough for them with just 3 bowlers, but overall quite happy with the way they have performed. You can't really play at the top level thinking that you'll always win, and being the team sport, the whole team needs to click at the same time. The batting, bowling and the fielding department needs to click, and if you don't do that, in a particular series, if all the 3 department doesn't click and opposition plays good cricket, then more often than not, you would end up losing the series. Of course, maybe in one series out of 10 or 15, you'll see some individual brilliance and you may be able to draw the series. But losing a series, it can't really you can't really say being the captain or being the side, you can play for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years or more, and not lose a single series. You have to be at your best, especially when you are playing against the top nations. And I think our batting department, it didn't click, the way it should have been. We were not able to put power plus runs on the board. I think what's important is, for both the departments to click at the same time, the bowling and the batting department. So I think it was a standard example where we are outplayed by another international side. So I think that was the main reason, why we don't see much runs scored in the test series. Losing the #1 spot, we never thought too much about the #1 spot, because we knew till you are winning games and till you are doing the small things right, ratings, they take care of themselves. So you're not too much worried about it. Of course, there may be fans who will be a bit worried about the fact that we're not the #1, but not to forget, #1 is not something that you own. It's something that you earn because of the last maybe 2 years or 1.5 years of consistent cricket that you have played. So it's a spot, where the others will try to improve themselves as a team and try to dethrone the one who's already at the #1 slot. I think Duncan has done really well with us. He did whatever he could to prepare us well. And again, I would say, the opposition's side played better cricket consistently, compared to ours. For youngsters to come in and score runs and, displace someone at the top level. So I think this is the best team that we had. If you take outside the injury aspect, so I think the available players, this was the best selected team. And I think when it comes to test cricket, it's not the age that really matters, it's the performance. And of course you can have a debate on it, but we need to accept, at times you will be outplayed. You want to enjoy the sport, not think too much about the techniques and the aspects of how how you need to change your game when you go to different places. It's just to improve your cricket. Go and visit places, you try to prove a point, because 80% of our cricket will play in India, maybe 70%. So all these away series are there to improve you as a cricketer. So I think it's very important not to go very critical about the technical aspect. Go out there and enjoy cricket, and that's what is very important. In India, the expectation levels, they just go on one side. It keeps on climbing up. So whether this series loss will in any way affect that or not, I don't really know that. But it's more about the team putting their own expectation levels, because as a team we know what the reality is and what the weaknesses are of the side, and where we can be exposed. So we put real expectation levels, and as individuals we try to achieve it in turn, and as a team also we want to fulfill.